So greetings once again and welcome to another video. It's a rainy Monday morning here in October. I got some errands to run. I think I'm gonna go to Cabela's. I do need to look for new shoes, and gotta go to Walmart too. Gotta get some stuff for teaching for school, but also testing out some new gear. I got a new camera, which I used recently on some of my covered bridge videos when I was over in Northwest PA. This is the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. That's a whole mouthful right there. I used to have just the Osmo 1, I guess you would call it. I used for my dash cam and occasionally other times, but this is the new one. It's gonna look a little different. I'm also testing out the mini microphone right here I got on me. This one has good audio in and of itself, but when I'm driving and you have the cameras away from you more, and you have the sound of the engine, this little camera helps a little bit. I did test it out already. I think it'll sound okay, but we're gonna head on out. I think I'm gonna take the back way to Cabela's. There's already some fall foliage turning. It's just a beautiful little kind of a rainy day. So let's go for a little drive and test out some new gear. Yeah, so things might look a little bit different compared to the last dash cam I used. Yeah, I got some fall colors out there. Some oranges, some reds. Mountains kind of covered in some mist up ahead there. I love these, kind of like these rainy days of fall though. We'll be doing more of these driving videos. You know, some of those exploring Pennsylvania's highways videos. Not the fall foliage is in full swing. Well, maybe not in full swing down here, but that's coming up. Other places it already is. Just a little bit of rain coming down. I think we'll turn here. I think this is old Route 22. We'll go the back way to Cabela's. And hopefully this microphone is working. I tested it the other day, but there's a little green bar that shows up on my camera that raises and lowers as I talk to let me know that the microphone's on, so I'm pretty sure it's working. Yeah, but this is a wireless microphone. Just kind of clips onto your clothing. When I was using the Osmo 1, I had to have a corded microphone, which got a little annoying sometimes. But that's what's kind of stopped working. Kept cutting in and out. Actually, oh, look at all the bright reds. I actually did film a highway video recently, but I couldn't use the footage for that reason. Audio wasn't working right. And this is Strausstown. Yeah, when I take the interstate to Cabela's, you skip all these little towns. Got some Halloween decorations out. Yeah, I think today's the 13th of October, I believe. And up ahead here, this is a cool looking church, that bell tower. forget the name of it, the Strausstown something. But then the cemetery off to our right, we have some of our ancestors buried. Blue Mountain United Church of Christ. Yeah, off to the right there, on our Kramer side, some of our oldest ancestors are buried over there. We filmed a video on that though. And the next town over should be Charlottesville. Rain's coming down a little more. Yeah, but ever since we hiked up Katahdin, my hiking shoes are pretty beat up. The hole in the side, and yeah, so we'll see what they got there today, Cabela's. I've also been needing a pair of like other like casual / teaching shoes. I've decommissioned the pair that I had been using for that. Don't absolutely have to have those today, but we'll see what's there. And then we gotta hit up Walmart too. Even at Walmart, I'm looking for those styrofoam balls for like art projects and stuff. I need it for chemistry. Doing some of the chapters on Lewis dot structure, like molecular geometry. You know, the three-dimensional shapes of compounds, and I used toothpicks and styrofoam balls to show models of the compounds. I did that last week. And now this week it's their turn. I'll give each one of them a pile of the styrofoam balls and toothpicks, and I give them a compound, and they gotta make the three-dimensional structure of it. If you remember doing that in high school, let me know down below in the comments. It may have been called something different back then, but the book I use, they call it Lewis dot structure or molecular geometry. Looks like we'll be following this car all the way to Hamburg. Got some colors here. They're not super bright yet, but you can just start to see the turning of the colors. You know, I can hike in the rain with this camera too. Might have to do that more often. You always think, oh, just, it's raining, I won't go hiking today, but there's something nice about hiking in the rain. I did occasionally use my original Osmo camera, but the audio wasn't the best on that one. Oh, all right, here we go. So this is Charlottesville now. Last town before Hamburg, where Cabela's is located, and Walmart. Yeah, this rain is from a nor'easter, as they call them. That's off the coast. I think it's a little bit further off the coast than they thought it would be, because we're not really getting much of that wind. It rained quite a bit more overnight. But we'll see what happens later today. It's only about noon right now. The rain is picking up. It's been a dry autumn, so this rain is needed. I know it kind of looks gloomy out there, but I know I kind of like these days, like I said earlier. All right, not too far from Hamburg. Oh, raccoon. Oh, that didn't. Well, that raccoon didn't make it, folks. Sorry about that. Yeah. I'm not sure what it was doing out. Okay, I'll get back to you. Yeah, I tried to slow down and swerve, but it just like came out there. It didn't look quite, something to look quite right with it. Raccoons don't normally come out during the day. I wonder if it had rabies. But yeah, I didn't want to slam on the brakes because the roads are wet and it just goes sliding. Oh boy. Yeah, I tried to swerve to the right, but then last minute the raccoon decided to go to the right. And, well, yeah. All right. Well, if it did have rabies, I just put it out of its misery, so it didn't look quite right anyway. It looked like it was stumbling around a little bit. But anyway, all right, so we're not too far from Hamburg now. Hopefully there's no more raccoons. Well, there's some bright reds on the left there. And now we're coming into town here, Hamburg. Of course, Cabela's isn't like right in Hamburg. You gotta head to the north. So here's Hamburg. And we'll be looking, we're gonna turn left up here onto Industrial Drive. There's a kind of going in an underpass here. That's Route 61 on top of that bridge. That takes you to Cabela's, but there's no way to get on there from here. But we'll go this way. Industrial Drive will still take us there too. All right, Industrial Drive. Some more colors, some more oranges. Oh, there's another beautiful red on the right, just past the bridge. And this brings us to the shopping complex that's up here. Oh, actually, you can see Cabela's off on the left there, poking up. And then we can see the gap, and the mountain's kind of in the mist, but there's a gap up there. I need, what is it? We need Jetson Drive. This is not it yet. Or did I pass it already? No, I think this is it up here. Yeah, this takes us to the light, to Cabela's. And then the last bit here. Shouldn't be too full today, since it's a Monday. All right, so we're gonna head inside. I'll probably leave you out here though. I don't always like filming inside buildings. There's a lot of people, so we'll see what we find. Hopefully we can find some of the stuff we need, some shoes. Maybe I'll get some other things. Maybe I'll find a shirt that I like or something like that. Then we'll head over to Walmart too. But anyway, I will catch up with you later. All right, we have made it out of the store. Actually, I think today is Columbus Day. It was packed in there, but I did get what I needed. Surprisingly, they had all the shoes I looked for. And the size that I needed too, size 11. But then I did get a pair of, these are more like my casual shoes for days I teach and just other things. Almost the exact size type I had last time, but it's been years since I replaced them. I still have the other pair, but they're just kind of like, around the house shoes now. The laces are off and all that kind of stuff. And I did get some new hiking shoes. I always get the Merrell. These are the Moab 3, kind of the brown color. So, yeah. Climbing Katahdin was rough on all my gear. And I did grab a shirt too. Nice dark blue shirt, which I can wear for school or for filming or all kinds of things. So yeah, just working on figuring out you always have to link this mic to the camera. Just still working on the details of that. But anyway, let's go to Walmart. Let's back out of here. I would like to thank, shoes are not cheap. I had to buy shoes, but I got some gift cards from some of you. So I was able to use, those gift cards paid for like half of what I bought here today. I also have something called Cabela's points that I earn every time I buy stuff at places. So I was able to use a bunch of that. So I didn't actually pay a ton of money today for these things. So I appreciate that from you guys. All the hiking and traveling I do does take a toll on my gear. So you know who you are if you sent me, some gift cards recently. Thank you for that. Oh, you can go, buddy. Let's find Walmart now. Yeah, the store was packed, and the line to check out was the longest I've ever seen it. But it went It moved along pretty well though. But I put off getting shoes for a while now. Like I said, those brown casual shoes, I I needed to replace those for like a long time. I just never got to it. Actually, I think I want to be over in the left lane. I think we just go this way. Yeah, there's Walmart. So time to look for some of those styrofoam balls. They usually do have them in the project or art section. Got Lowe's. I think Walmart's behind Lowe's up here. Or off to our left, actually. I feel like I always get confused when I come in here. All right, we got a spot right up here by the front. All right, once again, I'll catch up with you in a bit. I'm going to go see if we can find what I need. All right, another success. Got plenty of the styrofoam balls, some bigger ones, some smaller ones. Didn't realize styrofoam was that expensive. Also got some other goodies. The almond butter, Boltwood Farms, this stuff was amazing. The banana honey. And it is lunchtime, so we got some of their popcorn chicken, which is absolutely amazing. So I think that'll be it though. I could film on the way home, but I think that'll be it for now, folks. Once again, thanks for coming along this little journey with me. Hopefully just it's neat, you can see the green, like you can see the green bar go across while I can. But anyway, just learning to use some new equipment, taking off for a test drive, and yeah. Thanks for coming along, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.